माई सेल्फ विश्वनाथ। और आज की इस प्रैक्टिकल में जो कि हम एक रेजिस्टेंस का मेज़रमेंट करेंगे, तो उसमें हम जो मेथड यूज़ कर रहे हैं वो है व्हीटस्टोन ब्रिज। सो बाय द यूजिंग व्हीटस्टोन ब्रिज वी कैन फाइंड द अननोन रेजिस्टेंस, and in this method we prefer this method to measure the medium range of resistances. So first we classify the resistance, then after we will go further. Resistances are classified into three types. One is low resistance. The resistance which comes under 1 ohm or below 1 ohm comes under the low resistances, and the medium resistance is one which comes under the 0.1 mega ohm is considered as medium resistance from 1 ohm to 0.1 mega ohm, and the high resistance is one in which the range of the resistance is more than 0.1 mega ohm. Okay, so we will see the measurement of resistance by Wheatstone bridge. We prefer Wheatstone bridge for the measurement of medium resistances, as we are having ohm meters also, but we prefer widely Wheatstone bridge in the place of ohm meters, because the ohm meters having the accuracy around plus 2%, which is not a precise value of the unknown resistance. So because of this only we prefer Wheatstone bridge, because the reading will be more precise value. Okay, so that's why we prefer Wheatstone bridge. So let us see the circuit diagram of Wheatstone bridge. In this bridge we are having the 4 arms. So this is the bridge arrangement of Wheatstone bridge. There are 4 arms. In between C and D points we connect a null detector, which gives us the which helps to find out the balanced condition, and we are also having 2 other terminals from which we are feeding the supply voltage. Okay, so what will actually happen in this case in Wheatstone bridge? We connect in this arrangement. Here R1 is the standard resistance. By varying this standard resistance R1 we can find the unknown resistance, and let us see how we proceed this experiment. Here Rx is the unknown resistance, which value we have to find. We have to find this value Rx, and the current is flowing all the branches. Okay, now here is the standard resistance. R2 and R3 are the known value of resistances, known resistances. Okay, now we will vary this unknown resistance R1, and by varying this R1 we will try to get the balanced condition. And when see from this detector we can find the known stable state we can reach. There will be no current when the bridge is balanced. Okay, when the bridge is balanced between these the C and D, there will be zero potential difference. So we will achieve that balanced condition, okay, when the current will be zero, since the potential difference between the C and D is zero. Because of that, there will be no current from the detector, and we can find the value of R1 by knowing the value of R1 with the help of potentiometer. We can calculate this Rx. In our kit, R1 is a 10 kilo ohm variable resistor potentiometer, and we vary this and try to achieve the balanced condition. Now let us see how we find. Here Rx is equals to R3 upon R2. So this is the formula of knowing the unknown resistance Rx. While knowing R1, we can find the Rx by putting in this formula all these values, because R2 and R3 is known resistors, and R1 will be found when we reach the balanced condition. Okay, this is the theoretical background, theoretical idea. Now we will go and see how to perform the kit by making the connections. So this is our Wheatstone bridge kit, which is a Physitic Electronics make, and in this kit we can see we are having audio frequency oscillator and audio frequency transformer, and in this bridge we are having four different resistors which are having 100 ohm, 1 kilo ohm, 10 kilo ohm and 100 kilo ohm. In the same way, in the arm R3 we are also having 100 ohm, 1 kilo ohm, 10 kilo ohm, 100 kilo ohm. In this arm R2 we are having unknown resistance Rx, and this is the our standard resistance, which is again a variable resistor, and by putting the values of R2, R3 and the R1, we can find the unknown resistor Rx. This is the amplifier. Actually it will be connected between the C and D, which is a detector. From this detector the output will be connected to the speaker. The output from the speaker, the output from the imbalanced amplifier, that is nothing but the detector, null detector. This by the by this sound we can find, we will be easily reach the balanced condition whenever there will be no there will be no current from between C and D. It means the potential difference between the C and D is zero. There will be no current, and the speaker will be muted. We will reach that condition. Okay, so let's start and start making connections. So let us start. Here we are having the audio frequency oscillator. What will we do? We will connect the output of the audio frequency oscillator to the input of the transformer. Now the output of the audio frequency oscillator will be connected the output of the transformer will be connected to the A terminal. In the same way, the output of the B will be connected to the B terminal. This is the B terminal. Now we will connect the R1, these are the connections, D and R1. Now These are the connections. Now let us see what will happen. We will join these resistances. Let us consider that 100 ohm resistance, okay, to the R2, and in R3 we are again we are connecting 100 ohm. R2 and R3 are these having the same values of 100 ohm. Now connect the C and D to the detector imbalanced amplifier. Then from D to D, the output of the amplifier which is given to the input to the speaker, and the output of the speaker will be a sound, okay. This is the connection of a Wheatstone bridge. Now we will power on and give supply to this kit, and then after we will perform this test. Let us see what will happen. Let us check. Here we can observe a sound that reflects that it is not in a balanced condition. So by varying this resistor, this pot, we try to reach the balanced condition. Let us see, the sound will be minimum. Make sure that there will be no sound, it means there will be no current, and now there will be no current from the C and D, as there will be no sound. Now let us check the resistance R1, the value of resistance of R1 by the multimeter, and then after we will find for we will repeat the same experiment for different values. So to find the resistance, we simply disconnect the terminals and we connect it to the multimeter, and we can see here it is the 8.6 kilo ohm of resistance. At this value of R1, we can put here in this formula, Rx is equals to R1 R3 upon R2. R3 and R2 are having the same values of 100 ohm, and R1 will be 8.6 kilo ohm. By putting this value, we can find the Rx. Okay, we can perform the same experiment by changing the any of these values, like it is 100 ohm in the previous case. Now we are considering 1 kilo ohm here, and here we can considering we can take any value. Let us see for 10 kilo ohm what it will reflect. So we have connected, we have changed the value of R2 by connecting 1 kilo ohm, and R3 by connecting the 10 kilo ohm. Let us see what by power on, by supplying, we are having a sound which tells that it is in unbalanced condition. Let us try to get a balanced condition. By wiring this pot, we will try to get a minimum current from in between C and D, and we will reach the balanced condition. The same thing we will repeat in this experiment, and note down the value of R1. By simply putting the value in this formula, we will get unknown resistance Rx. Okay, for today's experiment, which is Wheatstone's bridge for finding the medium resistance, is done. Thank you.